They say, never follow unfamiliar paths in unknown villages, especially when the sun starts to set and you're alone. But what happens when you have no choice? This is the story of a traveler, a man who sought shelter under the stars and came face to face with something not of this world, a Chudail, in a mango orchard. Let's begin. It all started with a detour. A young traveler named Kabir was on a backpacking journey across northern India. He wasn't just a tourist. He was a seeker of stories, of hidden places, of quiet mysteries. One afternoon, while riding a local bus through a rural district, a sudden roadblock forced the driver to take a diversion. The detour led the bus through smaller and narrower roads, places not marked on any map. Eventually, the bus broke down, middle of nowhere. No signals, no towns nearby. Kabir, restless and independent, decided not to wait for repairs. He slung his bag over his shoulder and walked down the fading path, confident he'd find help or a village nearby. Hours passed. The sky shifted from gold to gray to deep ink blue, and that's when he saw it. Whisper-like tone, a mango orchard, wide, silent, untouched, and just beyond it, a small hut with a flickering oil lamp glowing softly inside. Relieved, Kabir approached the hut before he could knock. The door creaked open by itself. No one inside, just a mat on the floor, a clay jug of water, and the scent of fresh mango blossoms floating through the night air. He hesitated, but exhaustion won. Kabir sat, drank some water, and soon drifted off to sleep, unaware that something was watching him from the trees. At exactly midnight, he woke up, not from a dream, but from a whisper, a woman's voice, soft, melodic, calling his name, Kabir. He stepped outside the hut, confused. The orchard, once silent, now seemed alive. Leaves rustled without wind. Mangoes thudded to the ground, one by one. And there, under the largest tree, stood a woman, back turned, long black hair trailing down unnaturally far, nearly brushing the soil, white sari, glowing faintly under the moonlight. He called out, "Excuse me? Are you from the village?" No response, just silence, until her head began to turn all the way around. Her body didn't move, just her head, rotating impossibly, until he saw her face. Whisper, eyes like burning coal, lips stretched too wide. Smiling, she raised one arm, bent at an unnatural angle, and pointed at him. "Stay. Forever." Kabir turned and ran. Branches whipped his skin. Thorns tore at his legs. He didn't stop, not until he reached the main road by dawn. Or so he thought, but that road wasn't the same. The signboards were in a language he didn't recognize. The people didn't respond to his words. Everything felt slightly off, like a mirror image of reality. Kabir had escaped the orchard, but had never truly left. Even now, some say they've seen him walking along the village border, asking for directions, looking confused, tired, lost. They say the orchard no longer exists, or maybe it exists in a place we can't reach, a pocket of space twisted by old spirits. They say the woman was a Chudail, a spirit of vengeance bound to that orchard for centuries, and she still waits for wanderers, for those who dare to rest under her trees, for anyone curious enough to enter without being invited. Stories like this one aren't just legends. Across rural India, tales of the Chudail are whispered in hushed voices. She appears near banyan trees, abandoned wells, mango orchards, wherever sorrow once planted roots. In folklore, she is often described as a tragic soul, wronged, betrayed, or left to die unjustly. But once transformed, her spirit no longer weeps, it hunts. So next time you pass a lonely tree or see a mango fall without wind and think you hear someone whispering your name, don't look back. And whatever you do, never sleep in an orchard you don't recognize. If you found this story chilling, eerie, or just plain fascinating, there are hundreds more waiting in the dark. Real folklore, real legends, real fear. Make sure to subscribe for more spine-tingling stories from across the world. And remember, sometimes the scariest places are the ones that look the most peaceful. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and never ignore a whisper in the dark.